Humility is worship. How do we approach God in our faith experience? I see in what's happening right now in the West and in North America with younger people at the university level and maybe a little bit past, a trending towards the liturgical. Right? We're seeing a lot of people who've grown up in evangelical Protestant homes wanting to join the Episcopal, the Anglican, the Orthodox, and the Catholic Church. And I think there's something in there that's an invitation to remember that there is something very sacred about the approachability of God. There is something that we need to revere in humility, that God is not on demand, that we cannot be so familiar and comfortable with the presence of Christ in our lives that we forget that it's also something dangerous and exhilarating. It's something intoxicating. And so I think in this trending towards the liturgical, this trending towards what we would consider high church or more traditional forms of Christian tradition, we, I think, are reminded to approach how we worship with humility. I love the relationships that I have where we're intimate enough to hold one another and there's a pat on the back. And I know that in our relationship with Christ, there is the invitation, just like Nisha, right? This little 2-year-old girl in the brothel, to fall into the arms of Christ. But I also think there's something that invites us to honor God as our master and Jesus as our Lord. And I think that takes humility. That does not become an assault to the intimacy we experience in relationship with God, and that does not take away from the nearness and the presence and the reality of who God is in our lives.